to see this place very well. It's yes, it's like eggs. So at the end of the day, when we set up in the macro propagation, all this layer, all these eggs will develop to the plants. Can't you see how many plants are you going to be expecting at the end of the day? So that's the research work. But right now, I want to show you how to locate all these eggs we are talking about. Now, before you even start, you have to locate every plantain suckers have the layers. See the edge and the edge. Right. Better. So, first of all, you have to make sure you make it very clean by removing some parts. Now, this is the edge I'm talking about. Okay, now this is the first step. If you look at this edge very well, you see there's some line that surround. You see this line? That's where you'll be expecting those eggs. You see it. So you have to trace the line. So you have to be very careful. You'll be watching those lines.
Are we all seeing it?
Yeah. Did you see it? So you just remove
so
it.
why don't you, if you can't see it, why don't you just spread? Stay on both sides. Why is
Can you see what we are
circle?
Let's make a circle.
Let's spread that. Okay, spread so that you can see.
Sorry. Let's make a circle. Okay, that's all.
Okay, sir. So can we
now we have removed the first layer. Now we are going for the second one now. Remember, I showed you the joint. One here, one here. Here is the point. Here now. We just mark it a little bit because when you are coming, you see. See. So you start from there again. Now, can I just remove it? This is another one. See it. See, you see it. So another one, we are going for the third one now. Yes. So you'll be removing it to this level. So that is why if we are telling you that one sucker gun give you a lot of plants, at the end of the day.
Yes, in order not to waste too much time, what he's doing, he has showed you where to pick the lines, and then once you locate the line, you're able to peel out the sheets.
Finally.
Yes, one after the other. You need to take your time, peel it out until you arrive at something like this. So we don't want to go through the whole process. But if you do it this way, you'll end up with something like this. So in order not to waste time, we'll just continue from here. Is that okay?
Yes, yes.
All right.
So now, let's assume that this is last stage. We call it, this is where the meristem locates. So the day you want to plant, you have to destroy this center. You have to destroy this center. Yes. If you don't destroy this center, so it means that you'll be expecting only one plant at the end of the day. So it's very, very important. Yes. So when you destroy the center, so it means that it doesn't have way to come out from here. So you now come back from this all these layers. That is where you have to have a lot of plants at the end of the day. So you have to destroy it.
How many layers are gelled together?
No, it depends on the size of the plants. Yeah.
So, let's check.
Okay. So I have destroyed the meristem here.
Meristem.
We call it meristem. That is growing in the plant. So when you destroy here, you have opportunity to have a lot of
so
plants there.
just to add to what he has said, what that small stem, that's the main stem that he destroyed. And plantain has this thing that we call apical dominance, meaning that it's supposed to grow upwards. That's what gives rise to these plants that you are seeing. And then once it is growing upwards, you only have the opportunity of few plants growing on the side. So you see that on your mat, you have a main plant growing and then just few. Yeah, so that's what we call apical dominance. But in order for you to foster, because there are many other opportunities, because the target here is to get more shoots from this single pump. So by the time you destroy this, now that apical dominance is destroyed, and then you have the opportunity for the lateral, we call it the lateral buds, for them to now shoot out. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So that's lateral on the side, yes. To shoot out.
Come out.
Yes. So that's just what is going on here. So you need to destroy this. Once this is destroyed, if you don't destroy it, it will just keep growing. But if you destroy it, now it signals to the plants that, okay, this is gone. We can now come out.
How to plant it now?
How do you plant it?
Let's hold on, because I don't want us to waste too much time.
Yeah,
Let him finish the process, then we can now ask questions.
Oh, yeah.
So now, after this stage, you can now introduce them back to the, we normally plant them inside the sawdust. Yes. We use sawdust to develop this product. So we call it primary, this stage now is in primary calving. Primary calving. So the secondary calving will occur when your material come up. So you can develop that one inside your macro, we call it macro chamber. Macro processing. That's it. Okay, let me show you the sample here. We are coming to the, you first come and see the way we plant. This is sawdust.
Only
Yes.
or maybe it's manure.
No. Only it's the early stage. Every one of us know that manure can burn and you can destroy plants. Actually, manure is useful. At the same time, it have its own disadvantage. So let me bring this up. All right. You see. Developing the new routes are coming up. You get it. So at the end of the day, after the route established, all these lateral lines will come up with the plants after the roots.
In how many days?
Now, this processing will take you at least 3 weeks.
Inside the sawdust.
Yes, inside the soil, or you can receive any plants.
You have to wet it.
Of course.
Why
Cover it.
do you cover it?
You know, yeah, you used to develop under the temperature,
Oh,
Okay.
so you must cover it.
Yes, so that cob is old. It's about 2 weeks old. So we anticipated that, okay, we'll be having this kind of training. So we asked them to initiate a cob in sawdust. So basically, like he explained, you saturate your sawdust in the bucket. What I mean by saturate, you add water. You make sure that there is water in all parts of the sawdust, and then you bury your
That's all right.
that's your pad sucker. You bury it and then cover. The way you saw it was covered when you try to open it. And then after that, because you need humidity. Humidity is what will allow the development of the plants faster. So that's why you can see this polythene sheet, the nylon. You saw that it was covered just like this. This is a complete setup. So you cover it, you can see water building up on the side of the polythene bag. So that tells you that there's heat being built up in. So normally, because of the weather, this setup is, you can refer to it as a mini chamber. Yes. If on hotter days, I didn't mean you came when maybe around the dry season, when we used to have a lot of sun, this plant, you have started seeing sprouts from, yes, but it's a bit slower now because the temperature is very cool. So you don't have a lot of heat buildup in the system. So this comes now, but you can see the root development. It's growing new roots, feeding on water and some whatever material that is in the sawdust. And then, like you said, this process can take anything from 3 weeks. From 3 weeks, you start seeing the germination. And you expect them to start coming out on the different notes, yes, on the, so depending on your management and the cultivar that you have initiated, you can have upwards of maybe 20 to 100 plants from one company. Yes.
Now, what are you going to mix to sawdust? Or is it only sawdust?
It's just
sawdust and water.
Some water. Wash it before we use it.
Sorry, it's clean.
Is it the day
The
you
mic,
collect
the mic, the mic.
sawdust from the sawmill?
The mic.
Plant, sorry. Is it the day you collect the sawdust from the sawmill, the plants inside? You see?
Yeah.
Or you
Of
after the
course.
sawdust.
No. Of course, it's even good if you can. It is better if you can use a fresh one. The fresh one is more preferable. But what you just need to focus is that the 4th day of planting, you have to make sure your sawdust is very soaked of water. It must be soaked very well. If not, remember the sawdust is coming from a sawmill. So otherwise, if it is not very soaked, it can even drain all the water in your plants. So you have to be very soaked the day of planting.
How many weeks will it take for us to remove it for planting? Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we can continue.
Okay. Now,
Okay.
after you having your plantlet on this material, you have to go back to, I mentioned something like secondary carving. Yes. That particularly. The secondary carving is this. Let me say I have like 10 plants on this single material. Okay. I have 10. So I will not just go and pick those 10 at once. Because what I need on this single plant is I need as many as I can. Let me say I'm expecting like 100. At the end of the day, it gave me like 10 or 20. What I will do now, I have to send those 10 back to secondary carving. This is primary level. This is primary carving here now. All what I did here, I have to do the same thing with those 10 plants that I have. But the format that I will use is that I will not remove them with, this is their parents. I will not remove them out of their parent because they are feeding through this particular parent. So what I will do is that I will just trace where they are. Okay, let's say they are inside here now. They are inside here now. So I want to send them back to the secondary level. So what I will do is that I will just remove my sawdust a little bit. So I will start to do the carving on their parents. I will do this processing on each. It means that if you export the single one to this level, remember, I said this one will give you like 20 to 100. So each of them will be multiplied in their own personal way. It means that at the end of the day, I'll be able to have more than 100 because each of them would like to deliver himself. You get it? No, sir. I don't know. They will still multiply. Whatever, okay. Let me look for, let me look for a single. This is very simple. Bring that. Don't worry, I will show you.
It is secondary carving.
This is, I want to use, okay, so that you can get it right. Let me say this is what come out of this plant now. You get it now. And I want this particular one to multiply again. Okay. Now, I want to do what we call secondary carving now. You see it? I will do it like this. This is secondary carving we are going in. I turn this one to the sucker like this now. Now, I will be removing the cap gently. This is secondary carving now. You see it? When you manage to remove all this cap one by one, at the end of the day, this one will give me, instead of picking one here, this one can give me like 5 or 10 again. So another one here, I will do the same thing here too. It will give me 5 or 10 again. Before you know it, I have a lot of plant material. Sorry. Is demonstration coming? Yes. So we are at the stage of primary carving. Yes. Now you have like 10 plants. 10 plants on this. Yes. So how will you separate that 10 from the mother? Okay, that is the day I want to plant. When I want to introduce them back to the nursery, like this one. Okay. Is the day that I will remove them. Sorry. Oh, no. The question have not yet answered. Now, assuming this one is one of the 10. Yes. And I want to go to the secondary carving. So on the mother corn, on the mother corn, yes. I've now do the secondary carving again. Yes. But I will not remove it during that day. I will not remove it on the mother corn. Yes. So I will not do it on the on the mother corn. I will not be separating what you need to do on secondary carving is just to make sure you reduce these things. Leaves. But remember, you have to be very careful. Don't allow him to come out from the parents. Okay. This is the parent. Okay. Because parent is feeding the son. You understand? Okay. mama is feeding the baby now. If you remove the baby can never eat. He is not stage of eating the rice or only taking the breast from here. You understand? So don't remove it from here. What you just need to do is to reduce this one like this. You just need to remove it like this. You understand? So when you reach certain stage, you try to destroy the meristem as you did here. So when you destroy here now, so you'll be expecting more plants from this edge. Another set of plants will come out here. Another set of. But the day you want to plant, you cannot say, okay, I've arranged my nursery processing down. You understand? So I want to pick this one now. I will just, if I want to cut, I will cut little flesh because they have to be feeling that they have the parent. So you remove little flesh, not much. You just like this. So when you remove it like this, from the mother, so from there, you have like 5 plants here too. You remove from the flesh, little flesh here again. Okay. With the plant that you have here. Okay. So you now send them back to the nursery. Okay. So from there, you'll be able to have something like this, something like this. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, you pick them round.
As a starter, is very, very technique and very sensitive. So, assuming the way you hold it now, you hold the parent, assuming this is the parent
Yes.
plant. You have even hold it. So, now assuming that they now have another children around them.
Yes,
so,
yes.
how will you cater and be careful not to?
Okay, the one that's smallest
Say
size.
that now.
Okay, fine. I like the
Because-
question. Now, let me say I want to plant here now, and I discovered the little one here. But remember, those little one doesn't have the root at that stage. So you cannot separate them at that stage because they don't have the root to feed themselves. So if you want to make any transplanting during that processing, you just take it along with the senior one. So when you plant, so when you reach certain stage, you will know that it is time for you to go on your own. So you now separate them from the mother. Then this stage, no root, nothing. You'll be counting their leaf. Any plant doesn't have like 3 to 4 leaves, don't separate. It means that is either the root may not be stronger or it doesn't even have any root by then. So you make sure that it has like 3 or 4 leaves before you can separate.
Secondary, so I'm calling my sister. Secondary level we are talking about will be inside sawdust or sand.
They are still remain in the sawdust. Yes.
So if you want to separate, them, are you going to really remove little sawdust from it, or it's just be covered with sawdust, then you separate it?
Okay, fine. You have to remove some sawdust before you can see what you want to even do, and the stage they are. When you remove your sawdust like this, you see, okay, how many plants do I have? What is their stage? What is the condition? You must remove the sawdust before you do anything.
So this one that's going on, it will come out and bring out the leaves. So you can go here. Abi?
You mean the secondary one?
This one we are doing before we can cut. You say that you have about 2, 3 to 4 leaves. So it's going to grow up.
Of course, sure.
Not
It
like
must,
this.
it must have at least 3 leaves.
Not like this.
No, not this level. This one are just coming up. This one is just 2 weeks old.
Now, my question, my
This is the
brother,
one that had 3 weeks.
my question,
I don't think
this basket, did you have hold it at the
Yes,
post for breeding, I mean?
yes. So that is why we apply water here. So it's taking water from the hole here.
Oh, okay. So that kita bá nílé kọ́mọ ká má sọ nù.
There's a hole there.
How long this one will die? Or we continue to remove like that forever?
When you maintain very well, I can tell you in the next 6-8 months, you will be still you will still continue to produce for you. So when you maintain very well, you harvest, you cover back, you maintain this one. After some months, go back there with your knife, you pick more, you cover it again. So, but it depends. If you maintain it very well, it will stay long and last.
Sorry, sir. There should be enough water there. We're going to pour water from there or from the tree.
Remember, this bucket already covered, and it is not good to be open it often and often. That is why you have to put water here. Anytime that you need of water, you will pick whatever that you need.
Please let us see the.
You must put water here, not that water that.
No. You be putting water.
Let us see the bottle.
Okay, you don't put water here. No. You're already covered. Don't open. Whatever any water we apply from the tree.
For that good
Okay,
thing,
now.
you must open it.
Look, come and see the. Come and see the. I want you to see the bottom. You see the hole there. Okay. That's the hole there.
Okay.
Yes.
On your explanation, so I want to clarify myself. Say now, the primary
Primary carving.
And the secondary carving.
Yes.
So you may even decide that from the one that shoot up and that produce a 3 day, you want to go and put it plant it inside your.
Remember, your focus when you want to plant, your home plants come from the secondary carving, not primary carving. If you focus on the primary carving, it means that you remove the whole plant.
You didn't get water. Now, for this planting now, when this thing you leave it for like 3 weeks, yes, and you started seeing germination, maybe 1 year, and you may come irregularly. 1 year, come here, another 1 year, another one. So you now remove those maybe like 4 or 5 came at that time. So can you remove that 4 or 5 and
that is why I said you should not touch it. Don't let them leave their parents. This is their parents. Let's say this is 5 plants that come out here. This is their parents. Don't remove them from their parents at that stage. Because you are still expecting this one to give you more plants. So you rely on their parents. If you want to deliver plants for you, whatever you want to do is waiting for their parents.
I don't need more plants from this one, this particular one. So if I want to remove it, if I put more of the flesh on the parent to it.
Okay. You don't need plants from this.
So that I won't for a starter.
You don't need, okay, fine. You don't need plants from this. And you have just only 5 plants here. The few ones that you have here, you want to plant them. Okay, fine. That is why I said the day you want to plant, when you want to pick them, make sure you move with fresh from the mother.
So with those areas that this place plant cannot germinate again.
Yes.
So the
because you said you don't need any more thing there.
So that is why when I did that one, this one won't bring another.
No, it will still bring, but you cannot compare whatever you have here with people that are waiting for the secondary calving. You understand? Because whatever that comes out here is what you are expecting.
Okay.
If he like, he can give you like just 10, or if he decide, he can give you like 20 here. That 20 that you got here, people that are waiting for secondary calving can have the 20 from just only 2 stands of this. You understand? When these 2 stands of this give us 20 plants and you have 20 here. Now, people that are waiting for the secondary calving will have like, let me say like 100.
100.
But you said you cannot wait for all this one. You just pick like 20, your own 20.
Listen, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Can you invite us anytime you are doing practical so that we
so that
know
we can
more of
see
this what you are saying?
Because it's very sensitive. Very sensitive. So that's what I'm saying.
So that you do it right in our presence.
If that 3 weeks can be prepared,
When you make that arrangement with my because we used to do,
Thank you.
so we did it.
Very clear.
Yeah.
Very clear.
We appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
No problem.
All right, thank you. It's been a wonderful day. Yes, at Radio IT Farmers Outreach. Please, as we proceed to come to the conclusion of this practical session, Mr. Murphy, you wanted to show us something here before we call it a day here. And yes, for one of our participants or two to show us what they have learned. Yes. Okay. Yes. So we have done session now that we can round up. Okay. Yes.
Thank you very much, everybody. It has been nice having you guys around us today. And I'm sure over 4 hours now, if I'm not mistakenly, we have been talking, demonstrating. And as a result, at this junction, I'll be requesting for 2 volunteers to come and demonstrate what he or she understands about cleaning of suckers from your field. If you are moving one sucker from one location to the other to plant. That is for those of us who cannot do macropropagation. But whichever way it is, for you to even achieve macropropagation, you need to clean. You can see what that facilitator was saying there. Cleaning of our sucker should be or recognized as a constant in all field establishments. So, my people who will volunteer, who can tell us, one male, one female, telling us that he or she has understand what we have been saying. These are suckers. Pick one. That is cutlass, which I believe these are the tools you will be having on your field. Or if you have knife, this is a knife which you can use for those who are not good at using cutlass. Pick any of the suckers, any of the sword suckers.
It's just to clean the suckers. There's nothing.
volunteer.
Okay. Just 2, 1 man, 1 female.
Like this place needs to be peeled.
Yes.
I should peel it.
Come and hold this mic. Okay.
Anybody want
Can the other person be trying? Just.
So she can do well.
Can do it together.
No, you can pick your own and do your own.
The photo that we must really make sure that
Please give yourself space so you don't
Space.
enjoy each other.
Make sure those black spots. Yeah, don't cut yourself.
Okay. Now,
Just hold on. Let her finish too. I'm sure you would. I want to compare the both of you so that we can see. Carrying any suspected trouble down to that location. So these are one of the major things which we would want you to grab seriously and take home. Very, very important, especially for situations where you don't have access to macro propagation, which I'm sure you will go to demonstrate or you go to practice when you get home. But at least within these few days, if you are moving sucker henceforth from any of your farm to the other new farm which you have just cultivated or you want to cultivate, your suckers should be in this condition for you to have peace and be expecting something good at the end of the day. Fine, it could take time, but I'm very sure at the end of your harvest, you will see it as necessary. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Questions can go on from there. We'll have more interviews. We'll be talking and speaking with some of the facilitators and our farmers here this morning. Thank you for joining us. Yes, if you're watching, please, if you have more questions, please go ahead. I would like to ask you, as one of the facilitators here today, talking about plantain, and what we have done here today. Tell us what you expect farmers to take away from here today.
Okay. In the last few hours, they have tried to show the important role that our farmers are playing in the production of plantain. As we know, plantain is a very important crop in the agricultural sustainability of Nigeria and Africa at large. A lot of homes derive nourishment from plantain, and this is why we need to keep encouraging our farmers to grow plantain and to produce good quality plantain. So we've been able to also show them some of the roles that IITA as an institute is playing in terms of constantly bringing out improved varieties that can meet the needs of the farmers and also reduce their expenditure in terms of farm management. Also, we're able to show farmers some of those management practices that are lacking in their farm management, from choice of planting materials to spacing to fertility management to staking and all that. So we are sure now that farmers, when they go back, will be able to manage their fields properly. Also, lastly, most importantly, we're able to show them an important aspect of production, which is also the macro propagation, whereby they can increase their planting materials and even take it up as a source of income, whereby from one corn, you can get as many as 100 plantlets that you can decide to sell, or even clean materials that you can decide to sell to other farmers, which can bring in income for you, or even plant on your own farm. As we have said, that these planting materials, if you are able to secure clean ones, you can improve the shelf life and the productivity of your plantain farm. So these are just some of the things that we've been able to talk about today.
All right, thank you, Mr. Temitope, for your time. It's been a wonderful morning. Tẹ́ bá ṣe ń wò wá, a ní ara àwọn àgbẹ̀ tí àwọn ti kọ́ bó ṣe ń gbin ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ lónìí. Ẹ bá wa sọ orúkọ yín, ibi tẹ́ wà, nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe, nǹkan tẹ́ kọ́ lónìí.
Orúkọ mi ni Mr. Adashopis David. Mo ní ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ náà lèmi náà ti ń gbìn. Ó lé ní ọdún 15 tí mo ti ń gbin ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀. Mo sì ní ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ at least tó lé ní about 8 acres lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Mo sì tún ní another 8 acres tí mo fẹ́ gbìn. Bọ̀ ìpinnu mi tẹ́lẹ̀ tí a ṣe ń gbìn tẹ́lẹ̀ láyé mo rò pé màá tún gbìn eléyìí, ṣùgbọ́n IITA ti jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ níṣe pé bá a ṣe ń gbìn tẹ́lẹ̀ kì í jẹ́ kéèyàn ò jèrè pọ̀ bí ìgbà téèyàn fara nagbó ni. Ohun tó kọ́kọ́ yé mi bí lẹ́nìí tí mo kọ́ fẹ́ sọ ni pé kó tó di pé màá dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ IITA ni pé èmi ò mọ̀ pé téèyàn bá bẹ ìdí ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ báyìí ó tún lè hù láéláé. A ti gbàgbé pé èpo tó máa ń wà nídìí ẹ̀yẹn ni máa ń jẹ́ kí ó yọ ẹ̀kàn. Ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo ohun tí a rí níbí lẹ́nìí yìí ó jọ mí lójú gan. Mi ò mọ̀ pé kòkòrò kan wà tí ó máa ń ba ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ láyé jẹ́. Akànrípọ̀ ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ wa máa ń wó lulẹ̀ ńgbà yẹn ni. In fact, mo sọ lọ́jọ́ kan ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ mi tó wó lé 100 tí mi ò mọ̀ pé kòkòrò ni. Ṣùgbọ́n níbí IITA rédíò wọ́n ti jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ dáadáa pé àwọn kòkòrò kan wà ní tí ó máa ń jẹ ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ tí máa ń jẹ́ kí ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ ó wó. Ìtó tún wá dàbí rẹ̀ ni pé wọ́n tún fi hàn wá gbangba bí a ṣe lè máa ṣe sọ́kà fúnra wa tí èsì pa lọ máa rà nínú oko mi níbi tó ti ní kòkòrò tí àwa máa gbìn sóko wa táwa máa spread àwọn kòkòrò yẹn káàkiri. Gbogbo ọgbọ́n ta tún lè máa lò tí àwa náà fi di ẹni tí ó ní sọ́kà yẹn lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ tá tún máa tà á. So wọ́n tún ti fi hàn wá ní gbangba báyìí. Mo dúpẹ́ gan gidi lọ́wọ́ IITA rédíò fún sẹ́mínà tí wọ́n pè wá sí. Mo sì dúpẹ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí nítorí mi mọ̀ pé irú nǹkan báyìí ń lọ tẹ́lẹ̀ rárá. Mo dúpẹ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí lọ́wọ́ ìyá tí mo gbọ́ lẹ́nu rẹ̀ tó invite mi síbi báyìí. Mo sì dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tí ó wá kọ́ wa torí wọ́n ṣàlàyé rẹ̀ tó yé wa dáadáa. In fact, bíi pé ká continue lecture yìí ká máa bá a lọ títí lè fi sú lónìí lórí. So mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn èèyàn pátápátá. Ṣé rí ìpinnu mo tún wá fẹ́ ìmọ̀ràn tí mo wá ní fún iléeṣẹ́ yìí ni pé ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ máa dígbà ẹ máa pè wá báyìí kẹ́ ẹ tún wá máa ṣàlàyé fún wa sí síwájú àti síwájú sí kí ohun gbogbo kó tún lè rọrùn fún àwa àgbẹ̀. Mo dúpẹ́ ẹ ṣé gan. IITA rédíò ẹ ó máa tẹ̀síwájú lórúkọ Jésù. Ẹ ṣé gan.
My name is Mrs. Olawale Funmilayo. I really appreciate IITA management for this training. I've been a farmer for the past 10 years, but I now gained something from this training that we came for. I really appreciate you people. I don't know there are diseases that affected our plantain. We just see plantain falling to the farm. So they really teach us well. I really love it. And we want to encourage people to encourage us too. Really appreciate you people. And the IITA radio, we appreciate you. People you done well. We love you.
All right, thank you. We have one more participant, plantain farmer this morning. You could tell us what you have learned here today, how it will impact your farming. You could do Yoruba, you could do English.
First of all, I have to thank the management, IITA and the IITA radio for this good opportunity. I have learned a lot of things today because we just plant banana. We don't know the difference between male and female, and how we can even plant it. And they show us a lot that how we can do it, to peel it and to plant it, and so that we are going to get more seedling from our plant. We are very grateful to IITA radio for this great opportunity. I want it to continue so that our people can learn more as we go home, because I'm a big time farmer. My farm is at Olojoru, Ayorinde village. I'm Ayorinde by the Sunday. So we want this type of thing to go around our people, maybe from local government to local government. They can select people to come and have this training. What I have here today, I have never seen it. If I don't know that this thing can still be, you can still have most opportunity in banana production like this. So we thank God that IITA radio, IITA management, they bring this type of opportunity to us. So I thank you, the people that are lecturers and the man at the farm here. We have been to the farm, we see the practical, and we really enjoy it. It gives us a lot of lessons. So when we go to the farm, we are going to improve our production so that we can get more money from our farm. We are very grateful. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. It's been a wonderful morning. Yes, from the morning session to the practical session here at the practical fields here in IITA. Thank you for joining us. More questions, please join our WhatsApp channel. You can watch all this video on IITA videos. That's on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Find us on Facebook. It is Radio IITA. Find us on LinkedIn, X, and of course, Facebook. Thank you for staying with us. This is where we call it a day from the farms here. Farmers have learned macro propagation of plantain on this field, talking about practical session here today. Yes, it's been a wonderful ride all morning. We thank the audiovisual team, we thank the radio team, and everyone who has been part of our program today. Till next time that will come your way, bye.
But Deborah, why are you walking so I said fast? Tell him to discuss.